We'll talk about that.
It's quite poor. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Ian. This channel is all about music and art, and we are working our way through the 1001 songs to hear before you die, and we're up to song number 9, and this is Bessie Smith from 1931, and this is Need a Little Sugar in My Bowl. Now the idea of the Need a Little Sugar in My Bowl is definitely a clear sexual reference, and actually it's part of a genre of blues called dirty blues, and I've got a bit more to say about this, but I'm going to read you a little bit of what the book actually says about this, and then we'll have a listen to it, and then I'm going to introduce you to another artist who is also in the dirty blues genre, but doesn't feature in this book, but we will have a listen to her in the future. So we've got Need a Little Hot Dog Between My Rolls. It's an example of an under-the-counter subgenre known as dirty blues, the likes of Sippy Wallace's I'm a Mighty Tight Woman, which was from 1929, and records were not adorned with patronising parental advisory stickers. They were performed by adults, for adults, really. So it's backed by a polite tea room piano from Clarence Williams, who was her first accompanist in 1923, and he played on her last recordings for Columbia. So just before we actually listen to it, a little bit more about this subgenre of blues, the dirty blues. For several years now, I've had a record by a lady called Lucille Bogan, and she is a definite proponent of dirty blues, and there is in particular a lot of her song. I mean, this record has an explicit sticker on it. We should have a listen to Shave 'Em Dry. It was in 1935, so same sort of time. That song originally came out around 1925, 1926. So we will have a listen to this. We will add this into the 1001 songs to listen to. The lyrics are absolutely filthy, but because we're dealing with records that we should, you need to hear before you die, certainly Shave 'Em Dry is one of the songs that should have been included in this, and it isn't, because I've checked. So anyway, let's have a listen to Bessie Smith with Need a Little Sugar in My Bowl. Incredible, powerful voice. I mean, Bessie Smith she's up there with all of these really great singers like Ella Fitzgerald, and there's so many. Clearly, the reason that we are still listening to Bessie Smith all these years later is because she is has a stunning voice, really powerful, commanding. It's only just her and the piano, but you really get the feeling,
I need a little sugar in my bowl. I need a little hot dog on my roll. I can stand a bit of loving, oh sugar in my bowl, doggone it.
So it's full of innuendo, really. There's nothing explicit, whereas Louise Bogan, it's all explicit. We're going to get to that in the future, so there's a big difference. But and a lot of the early blues, there was this sort of innuendo, sort of slightly dirty blues element to it. It's just, great voice. I think from a song point of view, you might call it slightly predictable now, but I'm not so sure it was in sort of 1930. What was it? 1931. We've heard the sort of blues construction of a song done to death over the decades, but in 1931 that probably wasn't the case, really. It would have probably sounded really fresh and interesting, and that little bit of innuendo maybe helped to sell the record, really.
I need some sugar in my bowl. I need a little sugar in my bowl. I need a little hot dog between my rolls. You getting different, I've been told. Move your finger, drop something in my bowl. I need a little steamy on my floor. Maybe I can fix things.
Not sure what. I haven't got a copy of the lyrics here. A little bit of steamy. Sounds like steamy. I'm not quite sure what steamy would be, but we'll leave that to your imagination.
Up, so they'll go. Get off your knees, I can't see what you're driving at. It's dark down there, looks like a snake. Come on here and drop something here in my bowl. Stop your fooling and drop something in my bowl.
Well, we assume that Bessie's bowl is. I'm going to leave that to your imagination. I know what I think it is. So let me know your thoughts. It's a good performance. It's quite a good recording, considering we're still dealing with 78s and there's lots of surface noise on recordings, and how the recording techniques were through the 20s, 30s, 40s even. Is it a song that should have been included in the 1001 songs? I would like to say that maybe a better song by Betty Smith, and certainly the inclusion of Lucine Bogan as an example of dirty blues, because that's less of a version of dirty blues than we're going to have a listen in a future video. So thanks so much for watching. If you like what I do, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in another video. Cheers now. Bye bye.